Hello and welcome to another LeetCode solution video. This is problem number 45, Jump Game 2. You're given a zero-indexed array of integers nums of length n. You are initially positioned at nums of 0. Each element, nums of I, represents the maximum length of a forward jump from the index I. In other words, if you are at nums of I, you can jump to any numbers nums I plus j, where 0 is less than or equal to j, which is less than or equal to nums of I, and I plus j is less than n. Return the minimum number of jumps to reach nums of n minus 1. The test cases are generated such that you can reach nums of n minus 1. For example 1, we're given an input nums array of 2, 3, 1, 1, 4, and our output is 2. The minimum number of jumps to reach the last index is 2. The first jump will be from 0 to 1, and the second jump will be from 1 to 4. For example number 2, our input nums array is 2, 3, 0, 1, 4, and the number of jumps needed is 2. And the first jump is from 0 to 1 again, and the second is from 1 to 4. Let's go through an example. For this example, our input nums array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For our solution, we're going to go through our nums array, and when we have a jump, check all of the possible positions we can jump to, and jump to the one with the largest value. And this will make it so that we can jump to the end of our array fastest. So when we're going through our array, we're going to want to keep track of 3 values: our furthest, our number of jumps, and our current end position. Our furthest is going to represent the furthest we can jump from our next index. The jumps represents the number of jumps we've made, and our current end is the furthest position we can jump to from our current index. So starting off at 1, we're going to calculate our furthest position, and our furthest position is going to be the max value between our current furthest position and the value of our current index plus the value in our array at our current index. So this will be the max between 0 and 1. So we'll take 1. And since our current end value is equal to our current index, which is 0, we'll want to update our jumps and current end values as well. We'll increment our jumps value by 1, and we'll update our current end value to be equal to our furthest value. And now we'll move on to our next index, and we'll update our furthest value. Our new furthest value is our index plus our value at our index, which is 1 plus 2 equals 3. And we'll take the larger value between 1 and 3, which is 3. And now our current end is equal to our index again, so we'll update our jumps and index again. We'll increment our jumps by 1 and update our current end value to be equal to our furthest value. And now we'll move on to our next index. And now our new furthest value is our index of 2 plus our value of 3, which is 5. And we'll take the larger of the two, which is between 3 and 5, so we'll take 5. And since our current end value does not equal our current index, we'll just move on to our next index without updating our jumps and current end. Now at 4, our furthest value is 4 plus 3, which is 7. And 7 is greater than 5, so we'll update our furthest value to be equal to 7. And now our current end is equal to our index again of 3, so we'll update our jumps and current end. So now our jumps is 3 and our current end is equal to 7. And we'll move on to our final index. Now our new furthest value is 4 plus 5, which equals 9, and 9 is greater than 7, so we'll update our furthest to now be 9. And our current end does not equal our index, so we will not update our jumps and current index. And since we've reached the end of our nums array, we can just return our jumps value. And the minimum number of jumps to get through our nums array is 3. Let's jump into the code. The first thing we'll want to do is get the length of our nums array. And now we'll check to see if the length of our nums array is equal to 1, and if it is, we'll just return 0. Next, we'll initialize our jump variable, our current end variable, and our furthest variable. And now we want to iterate through our array. And the first thing we'll do in our loop is update our furthest value, and this will be equal to the max of our current furthest value, or our index plus our current index's value. Next, we'll check to see if our current index is equal to our current end value to determine if we need to update our jumps and current end values. If they are equal, we'll increment our jumps value, and we'll update our current end value to be equal to our furthest value. And at this point, we'll want to check to see if our current end value is greater than or equal to our n minus 1 value. And if this is true, that means our jump will go to the end or further than the end of our array, and we can just break here. At this point, we're done looping, and we can just return our jumps value. That's it for the code, so let's run this. All test case passed, so let's submit. Our solution was accepted, so that's it for this problem. If you like this video and want to see more content like it, make sure to check out my channel. Thanks for watching.